Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. In the last video, we finally figured out the cause of death for the body. We rooted out the bullet after failing a 97 goddamn % check. And Interrogate has gone off to process the body. At the end of the last video, I was thinking a little bit, I feel like the rest of today is a little bit of a throwaway. We can kind of do what we want, right? We want to go talk to carriage before the end. She's going to tell us about what we did on that Sunday night. But I figured, I don't think it's that related to what's going on. If we look at the map here, we've got this whole western section we haven't been to. The church and the fishing village and all this is an area we haven't been to yet. And I don't think that it's that relevant to what I know what I'm trying to say here. I don't think it's that relevant to the main quest. I don't get the feeling it's that relevant to the main quest, which has largely kept us over here at the east. So that's what we're going to do today. This seems like a really good time to go over to that western section. We can look for the cryptozoologist. His wife asked us to find him. We can look for our badge, our gun. We can go to the fishing village and try to get the gloves. You know, there's a few things over here we've heard about that don't seem relevant to what's going on in the wider mission. So let's get going. The radio relay hums with electricity. Meh. Can't get it from here. Okay. Let's have a little poke around. Try to get some. One of the reasons I thought about this as well is I need traffic beyond the gate, more abandoned motor lorries. I need cash. You know, I really need cash. And I figured this will be a good way to hopefully get some new bottles and stuff like that. The sign says no entry. Someone scribbled an inverted star on it. Okay. How do I get past? So let's have a little poke around. See what we can see. Oh, money. I missed it. How did I miss that? My eyes work, I think. Let me check. They do work. There we go. 50.55 is a big deal at the moment. I am going to be scrounging to the end of my days, so... A breaker box to power the radio pylon above you. Maybe there's something inside. Okay. I was also thinking... if there was anyone I could get money from, this would be the time to do it. Because Kim isn't around, and if I'm going to be a corrupt-ish cop, every now and again, you know, just for survival purposes, then I figure no Kim here is the time to do it. Someone has broken down the fence and the barbed wire. I just want to be thorough in my exploration. So where are we? God knows. We're not listed on the map anymore for some reason. A little bit more moonlight. It's a very dead area, isn't it? The wind is corralled by the 4-story buildings around this yard. Nearly there. 1885. Glory, says the graffito, to the ghosts of us. Okay. Couple plastic tears. For another 20 real there. Oh, 0.2 I should say. Someone has left their music collection beneath the tarpaulin. Can I get my sad song? Smallest church in St. Sains. That looks like it could be my sad song.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to that. You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times. Yep, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What could possibly stand in my way?
God, You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand.
Okay, cool. We're gonna do that today. It seems like a thing I should do without Kitsuragi around, you know? Birds in the birch tree, barely audible coos come from above. The swinger's missing. No one's been here for a long time. The music's quite loud in this area, isn't it? Bloody Nora. Okay, this area is definitely more empty and dilapidated than I expected. Zoom out a little bit. Apparently, by the way, there's a thought you can get that when you click these orbs, you get 0.1 real. I don't know which thoughts they are, but it would have made a hell of a difference to my life. It really would. A creaking ahead, a broken axle grinding. Someone's car has crashed through the ice. Footprints. What's this? Oh, and that's the door. Fantastic timing. I've been holding off all day because I expected a delivery. And then delivery was super late and super late and super late. And it got to the point where I just thought, right, I just have to go. I have to start recording. And then, of course, here we are. So 6 minutes in, I've got to remember that. So, right, first of all, we've got new glasses. Empathy and logic. Oh, I took my hat off. I should put my hat back on. And a dented stainless steel canister for transporting and storing fuel. A logo open by the government issue. I mean, it's worth a lot of money. Do I keep it? Do I sell it? I don't know. I actually have no idea.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
This is where the tracks in the plaza were leading to.
The motor carriage sits in the salty ocean water, cold and sad. It doesn't have an opinion.
I should investigate.
A seagull takes off from the half-submerged machine. It's almost like the bird is acknowledging your decision. You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water.
This is good. It's like I've taken off the training wheels. Kitsuragi's gone, I'm going wild. We're going to do our own thing, do our own investigations. When your hand over the cold metal.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists.
What's the make of this MC? Can I see a logo?
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out. But you do see a monkfish float by.
Maybe the monkfish is connected to it or somehow. How long has it been here?
The accident couldn't have happened too long ago. The ice hasn't closed up around the vehicle. So, the crash must have happened last Saturday or Sunday.
I wonder how different all this is if you have Kitsuragi with you.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
Well, well, well. Looks like Jacob Ura's journey came to an abrupt end here.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Enough gloating, this is serious.
The motor carriage does not dispute your evaluation of the situation.
Thank you, motor carriage. What should I do?
Although the sunken motor carriage is probably flattered by you addressing it, it does not supply an answer.
It's a little shame we don't have Kitsuragi to bounce off, but we're going to get some funny stuff as he talks to himself, so...
Wait for the low tide. Then you should be able to access the cabin.
Sit on the swing and wait for the tide to recede. Wait, how much time is that going to kill?
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent.
This is I mean, look at that scene there. That's very melancholic. The hat as well really adds to it for some reason.
The hinges creak under your weight. Dangerously so.
I'm glad I'm not wearing, like, you know, the off-shoulder robe or something at the moment. It would ruin the image. The clothing there kind of works.
Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
I only just realised why I lost that check, by the way. I remember we did the 97%, the one for checking the body. Now, I had a look at that, and even if we'd rolled 0, we had enough points to guarantee success, right? Based on what I saw. Well, maybe not 0, but the point is that... No, yeah, 0. So I guess the 3% is constant, and the 3% is the chance of rolling double ones, and we rolled a double 1. That's why we failed. Otherwise, it was a 100% chance.
The tune on your lips forms a strange, yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness.
Basically, the world hates me. I put so many points in perception, which were already unnecessary. Then we did all that extra work, and then I still failed the check.
It's sad that no one and nothing but the sunken vehicle is here to witness it. But the unexpected beauty of the tune lifts your spirits nonetheless.
Can I level up by any chance? Just thought. No.
The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
I wonder what all these people in the city behind me are doing.
Dreaming, drinking, fucking, fighting, trying to improve their lives, wishing for a better tomorrow.
Tide sure is taking its sweet, sweet time.
It's unclear whether the sunken vehicle agrees or not, but merely uttering these words gives you the illusion of time speeding up.
Yeah. Lost my mouse.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass. Yes, it is. It feels as the city behind you grows silent in the waiting. Seems like an eternity has passed. A dim light scatters from the cloud cover above the city. In it, you can see the blue and white motor carriage slowly appear from the water, centimetre by centimetre, as the sea recedes.
It's a good thing we did this now, because I don't think Interrogate would stand for this kind of thing, you know?
It's a Caprice 40, a workhorse of the motor park, favoured by the working men, government offices, firefighters, I guess, maybe animal control people. You know, those kind of people.
Squint your eyes and say, is that a number on the side?
Yes, Harry. It's the number 41, the number of our precinct. I hoped you would come back for me.
Oh, no. Not happening. Not on my watch.
Come on, Harry. There's nowhere to run. It's just you and me, old friend.
41 could mean many things. It's nothing to do with me, right?
Come on, Harry. There's nowhere to run. It's just you and me, old friend.
Anybody could have driven it into the ocean.
Come on, Harry.
Oh, I forgot to take motor carriage.
It's just you and me, old friend.
God damn it.
I'm so sorry, Harry. A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. You feel like you're about to faint and fall off the swing. Your hands get clammy, and the air tastes sour to breathe. Oh, God, Harry. Oh, God, Harry. What did you do? No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
I'm saying no, it can't be true.
No matter how many times you say it, it won't change the truth.
I don't like your attitude, sunken motor carriage.
Yes, Harry, you did.
Oh, God.
The sooner you accept it, the sooner you can move on.
I might need to put a point in morale, because what I would like to do is be able to lose a point and not immediately heal. I'm just scared to do so, because I think if you lose both your morale points, you, like, die, or you lose, basically. So I always have to heal, but if we fail checks and certain things heal my morale, so I'd like to be able to leave one there in case, and then only heal if I... Yeah, basically I don't need to be on 3 morale, I need to be on 2 constantly, right? But I can't be on 1, you know what I mean? Maybe I was in pursuit of someone.
You were not.
How do we get you out?
We don't.
I can fix it.
No, you can't.
They're not going to take me back after this, are they?
After losing every single thing you were entrusted with, I wouldn't hold my breath.
Look, I'm going to find all of it again, alright? The badge, the gun, and now this.
Keep moving. You're a shark. You stop, you die.
I think about that with thinking a lot. Anyways, well, at least I can see what's in there now. Well, it took a couple hours. But hey.
An aggressive-looking seagull lands on the swing set and stares at you with a murderous look. You really need to keep moving.
Alright, well, let's take another look. What do we get? RCM badge? Oh, very nice. And a commander's jacket. Wait, so that's my badge. Proud. And this coat. Esprit de corps and visual calculus. No negatives. Yes, please. Pretty slick. Pretty slick. What do these do? Savoir-faire. I don't really care about electrochemistry. Why am I wearing those? Oh. Why do all my pants give me electrochemistry? They're the only pair I have. I'm gonna have to... Maybe I'll try to find some new ones. And my badge. Let's have a little look.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. Some seaweed is stuck to the back. The man in the photo looks at you solemnly.
Study the badge.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct. The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that, but the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge.
How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
They are humongous. It's very Wolverine, isn't it? Why is he winking?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it does on you now. It looks better on him because he isn't in as much pain while producing it as you are now. Although there's already a hint of that pain, certainly. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Name Harrier? Harrier? Not even Harrier. Harrier.
This document confirms it. Harrier Dubois, i.e., Harry is really your name.
That's interesting, because Harry Dubois was like an interesting contrast. Harry, quite plain old English. Dubois, very Dubois, you know, en français sort of sounding. So Harrier, a little bit posher, a little bit weirder, a little bit more en français. Makes sense.
That's what it says on the badge. No more information is provided. You should look at the badge when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is around. He could help you make sense of all this. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41. You don't remember what the numbers in the middle mean. The badge was issued roughly 4 months ago. A new document is given to you as part of a promotion, or when you lose the old one.
Wonder which one it was.
The number shows that this badge belongs to an officer of the 41st Precinct. The badge in your hand.
Okay, well, we'll whip that out again when Kitsuragi is back. A bottle drained of all its booze is frozen to the ice. So some cashola over here. Nearly. Like, I don't want to sell the the thing. The ice just off the coast crackles, shifting. I don't want to sell the gas canister, if I can help it. Like, I'm going to sell when I need to hit my 20 mark for the day. That's the only time I'm selling, you know? We sell when necessary, otherwise I want to keep everything I can. Okay. Let's go look around. What is this? There's a boat tucked away underneath the tarpaulin cover. Footprints in the snow. They lead away from the accident. The underside of the boat has recently been tarred. Wait, what? Since when can you quick travel? Is that a thing? Oh, what? Ah. Has that always been a thing? No, right? It's just so I can get from one side to the other. I've never been over here, so I've never been able to. So the church is another one as well. Alright, okay. Well, that's pretty bloody handy. Alright, I want to go... Oh my god. Wait, I've moved. I've been moved in my quick travel. Where the hell am I? Thank you. The planks creak beneath your weight. The ladder leads to a school of fish swimming in the kelp. Oh, I guess we'll chat with one. This boat is floating freely in the water, unmoored. What are these doing in the fish? What are they? Booties? Plus perception. No loss of anything. That sounds good to me. Oh yeah, looking stylish. 3 tears as well. Alright, let's chat to this person. Hello, person.
Hi, officer.
A woman in a raincoat stands on the quay. I nearly said quay there. I so nearly said quay, considering an overturned boat. A sword in a scabbard hangs from her hip. She's a pirate.
Anything I can help you with?
I like pirate women. I've got to say, I don't know why it's a thing for me, but pirate women is a thing for me. That depends. Where are we exactly?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
Why?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
The wind rattles her earrings. Earrings. Bloody Nora, use your words. I have questions. English is a weird language because that looks like nonsense. It does make sense. I have questions, but it seems wrong. The first is, what's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions, and that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts.
I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help. No idea who I'm looking for, but let's find out.
Let's see.
Oh, of course. Cryptozoologist.
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
People who look for imaginary animals.
Aha! Like snowmen.
Snowmen? Are you talking about the Yeti? Look, I'm not going to say the Yeti is real, but...
2 old guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
The like?
Right. Not only snowmen, also green men, monkey men, burning rhinos. You get the picture.
All sounding very plausible.
Oh, you're getting it. And it is gorgeous.
Where did they go?
Don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
Interesting. It suggests that you can find someone else. No one else right now,
Well,
though.
how can I assist you then, officer?
What do you do around here?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now, I'm tarring a little skiff.
Anything else?
I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Authentic insular Indian cuisine.
I just full-on stole your boots. I don't know why you kept them in the fish, but still. Enough to make a living?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
Interesting. What have you found?
Wood. Pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once. Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
Okay.
Mines. You need mines.
Okay, it's not going to be the drugs. It's not going to be why don't you leave. It's going to be the first 2. I need to know about the human bodies or a mine. The RCM could use a mine. Do I want a mine? No, the bodies.
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. Very unattractive bunch.
I'm sorry, physical instrument. I should have trusted you. Nice sword.
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly.
It is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
And why do you need intimidation tactics?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
Can I borrow the sword?
No, I'm afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I use to keep these animals in check. You would put me in an early grave.
I'm not going to ask that, that's horrible. Where are all the men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Where's your husband?
Gone.
Gone where?
To the waves.
Oh.
The sea took him. It was a long time ago.
Oh.
He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later.
And that would be why she has a particular distaste for floaters.
Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
She really liked those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
Jesus Christ. These other answers are rough. Yeah, death is nothing, I shit on death. You should have thrown yourself in the waves after him, not sexually. Time really is the best cure for sorrow, and it's healthy to let go and move on. Gotta keep the wheels spinning.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
She glances at the village where 2 little kids are playing with what look like rocks.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
I guess. Well, we're going to try it, but not yet. Obviously, we're going to find a good coast spot for a lovely date. Take it that's your skiff.
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
I will be back, Lillian, the net picker. I will return, and I will date you, and it will be terrible. I'm very excited. Money! It's locked tight. We'll see about that. Okay, no mind. You can't see into the house. Okay. It's funny, I still don't know how I ended up here. A wetting stone, well worn and covered in rust. Ooh, we got a blue thing. Hello, blue thing. Do I have to open you? What do we get? Magnesium. It's funny, I just... Wait, should I not have 4? Oh, and that's the door. Of course, with some inevitability, the other delivery also decided to show up right now. So I've got to remember 6 minutes and 30 minutes. It's just some wiring and sockets we needed. Construction material, whoever planned to build this house left in a hurry. I knew if we came over here we'd make bank. I mean, I say bank, we've got 21 real. We're a little poor, but still. White curtains have been drawn shut, no looking in. Can I get through there? Get around here though. Oh, new pants. +1 to Kingdom of Conscience. Don't I already have Kingdom of Conscience? I remember, right? It's there. So what does that mean, +1? Is that my fabulous necktie? It's fabulous, game. I won't hear otherwise. Well, it means I don't lose my savoir-faire. I'm curious as to how that works. It's gonna talk to me.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party.
I like regular normal. I'm a normal person.
I know you do. These Inter-Isolari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this, that's for sure. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be.
Okay. I'm still not sure what that did in terms of this. Maybe it activates it if you don't already have it. Cinder blocks, charred, a makeshift fire pit with magazines for lighting. And a bench I can sit on.
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache.
Well, that was a good rest. Up we go. No time, no rest for the wicked. It's quite a large area, actually. The bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through. Oh, okay. Oh. Sounds of life in the north. A washboard scrubs filth from fabric. Through the broken glass, dusty shelves and a forgotten chair. This place is, it's a little rough, isn't it? Okay, so now I've made it back to the beach. So my car's over there, right? Cool. I just want to make sure I'm being thorough, you know?
Great news. The boat is big enough for a grown man like you to fit underneath it in a supine position.
Why would I get under the boat?
I don't know. Sleeping? What do people do under boats? This is merely a measurement from your visual cortex. Do with it what you want. The elements are rough around here. I don't know about this.
I'm not going to sleep under the boat. I'm a normal human being, goddammit. Can we go inside? Oh, we can go inside. Hello? Suspicious chair. A cold breeze is enough to make the wall planks creak. You see a dark red chair in the dim light of the room. I also see a postcard and a bow tie. Amazing. So that's +2 drama. What do I lose? Inland Empire. I'd prefer the drama. I just need a shirt. A proper shirt. I don't really have a replacement. Oh, what's this one? No, no. I don't have a shirt that's appropriate, really. I got out. Jesus. Alright, looking very stylish though, I think we'll all agree. Looking very sexy. New pants. And a bow tie. Pants is a funny old word, because pants over here. Pants is quite an American thing in this context. Pants over here would be more like underwear, right? Alright, let's chat to the old lass. Inside you hear the cozy sound of some kind of heater sputtering. The woman next to a bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the apricot suzunti.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts. Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
We're cops, we're hellraisers. Click, click, bang, bang. I'm a cop, I don't cause trouble, I take care of trouble.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
I assume she's talking about the police in general, but...
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another. Locked himself in that woodshed over there.
She points to the building behind her.
He was brooding. Needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place. Somewhere more quiet.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
What kind of ill omen are we talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
If I'm considered an ill omen, why hasn't anyone told me that?
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone. Searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
How much is it?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Okay. You just giving it to me?
No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway. You can stay there.
Okay. I'm not going to complain.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
I'm going to save myself 20 quid. What is in this fishing village?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
Is it this house or this house? It's this one, right? What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
can't say it's pornographically poor. Who else lives in this village?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east, but they are away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
I met Lillian.
Lillian is tough. Tougher than the men here, at least. If it wasn't for her and the kids, this place wouldn't have a spark of life left.
I haven't seen any drunks yet, though.
Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys.
Gotta be something here.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
The pox.
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees, all covered in industrial soot. Small houses under them, an overgrown park.
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinderblock houses. Shacks as far as the eye can see.
What happened to the hospital?
The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
There's no way there's money to be made around here.
Here? For you? No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
Under carts, boats, in little boxes. It's not hard to
We're
find.
not calling it pornographically poor.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
What's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even. Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
If you build it, they will come. Well, clearly that's not true in this case, but still.
The ecclesiastics have tried to get things going there. But things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
So, I've talked about this a few times on this series, I'm sure by now, but I've moved around a lot in my life. Like, I've very rarely stayed in one place for a long time. Lots of cities, but hopping between cities. Or at least areas within the cities. But it would be really interesting in a way. It's a funny thing to think about this, because you only get one life. So, inevitably, there's just so many options that are off the table for you, which is kind of sad to think that as soon as you're born, so many options are not available to you in your one attempt at anything. You know what I mean? That's quite sad, actually, when you think about it. Well, what I was thinking was, so I've hopped around a lot, so I don't get to experience this now. I never will. But it'd be really interesting to stay in one city for your entire life. And, like, if you were there for, like, she's obviously been here for a really, really long time, and she's seen it change. She's seen it fall into ruin, which is obviously not a good thing, but across her entire life, she'll have seen this place change, and people come and go, and this whole ecosystem around the village develop and disappear. And that's a really interesting thing to observe, I think. What else is on down coast?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
They're very different things.
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
Of course, it turns out she wasn't here her whole life, so my entire little side note was useless. Anything else of note?
Of note? The old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
It's got to be more.
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
She drops a bar of soap into the bucket with a splash. I'm looking for a good date spot. Come on, help me out. Tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you here?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, Mr...
Lieutenant W. Freighter Harrier Dubois.
Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
Good talk, washerwoman. Good talk.
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted. The key turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now.
It's an interesting thing to think about, because surely I still have to pay guard. The floorboards creak under your step. This intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant warmth. I really wish, like I said, there's one that every time you click a green, you get 0.7 real. I would have made a killing. Old science fiction magazines, books about birdwatching, an almanac from 39.
A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum. The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
What is this place to you?
That was creepy. My forward base for the coastal part of the operation.
Overhead, you hear the forlorn shriek of seagulls. Far below the birds, a wooden boardwalk filled with abandoned stands, tables and benches, echoes from a long-lost time.
I think I have to tell guards that I'm checking out.
A middle-aged man stands in a rundown shack on the edge of a fishing village, listening to the heater hum on the wall. There is no going back.
Oh.
Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash against the stilts again. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice.
Look under the floorboards.
What's going on? What is this voice?
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Okay, let's get the smell of death off.
Scrubbing all the necrotic tissue off your hands takes a while. The fingernails are especially hard. Death has made its way into every nook and cranny. But man persists, and finally, your bruised hands look clean and presentable. Sort of. The sudden absence of the morbid dead tissue smell is uplifting.
Should I shave?
The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic. You'll be looking like a pansy without the chops. A fucking pansy.
Okay, wait, hand-eye coordination. Let me just have a little peek. Back in we go. Hand-eye coordination. Hand-eye coordination. I mean, you'd imagine if it's in anything, it's in the glasses, right? I'm worried that if I try and mess up, something terrible is going to happen.
On the table, you see a bowl of water. Like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line.
I rolled a 10. That's pretty solid.
The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chilly.
Do I look better? I mean, I've got a lot more problems, but you can see me in the bottom left.
They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath.
I do need to shave, actually.
The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe. You almost look like a professional.
Alright. Good choice then, I reckon. I think I look better. I'm clean. I'm shaven.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it.
Electrochemistry. We have some things that can boost my electrochemistry. I know that much. What is it at the moment? It's not changed at the moment. Okay, so we can wear that. That's +1. It's +1. No, they're all +1. They're +1, so that's +3 electrochemistry. Anything else? I don't think so. No. Okay. Well, I mean, I think it's high enough we can try.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something soft yet crinkly.
I've got to remember to try on all the clothes that I get because we keep getting things.
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper.
Oh.
It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. Not familiar in a good way, you might say. There's pain in there somewhere. By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricot suzerainty, and processed in Sur-le-Clay into the apricot-flavored chewing gum loved by kids of today and yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers.
Thank you, Encyclopedia. Do that in a sec. Let's try this out.
Hangs on the wall.
72%.
You see a reflection in it. It's like something snaps in you. A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that had distorted it for God knows how long. Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you.
More skill points into Encyclopedia. That's interesting. Okay. Wow, I look completely different than we did a second ago. Without the beard, without the Leah. I mean, I think it is still probably a benefit without the Leah, but I'm a little sad. Right, I need to put my clothes back on. Right, it was them. And that. And that, maybe? Drama. I can't remember what I was wearing a second ago. I'll do. Alright, let's look at this, although it sounds spooky.
There it is again. The scent of apricots with a touch of cinnamon. Smells like the end of some distant summer. The surface of another planet, or some ancient temple.
Ancient temple?
Yes, from the height of antiquity. A long, long time ago. Millennia ago. On an island of time you can never return to.
In the end of summer.
The sun sets into the sea, but the water does not boil. Instead, it turns to liquid gold. For a moment, the world's store of precious metals seems to increase dramatically, and you are rich. There is a movement next to you. The shuffle of a small coat, warm like the evening. But when you turn toward it, there's nothing there. Why are you talking to a gum wrapper? Bitter, citrus, sweet. It seems to grow stronger, like a glow, with every breath you take. Whatever petrochemical byproducts they used to create this artificial flavor have bonded tightly to the wrapper. Or is that just your memory filling the gaps? Until a blossom of skin and flower petals erupts behind your closed eyes. Made of toffee, cream, and distance. You just had to take a dive.
Made of toffee, cream, and distance.
Your heart working overtime, trying to keep up with the panicked synapses firing all over your brain, moving liters of blood through you, panicking.
I love this game. I really do. Got a lot of challenges. Composure. 76%. Apricot chewing gum. Okay, a little something up there as well. Oh, hello. A logic coat. do like a logic code. What am I using at the moment? Esprit de Corps, which Esprit de Corps and Shivers isn't actually that exciting. Although this is actually the one I was meant to be wearing. I made a mistake. So I mean, Esprit de Corps is interesting, but it's about it's rarely used in actually like checks and stuff like that. So let's put this on and see what it looks like. That's more important anyway, right? Is that good? I don't know. I don't know if that's a look. I've decided it is for now. What I want now is a new hat. I've decided we're doing fashion souls, essentially. Alright, unfortunately I had a little game issue there. My game crashed from basically when I first reached the beach. So I've gone back through. I think I've done everything correctly. I think I've caught up entirely. I think everything's okay. I think I've done exactly what we'd already done in the past, basically. I had to reload the save 3 times. The shaving worked fine, but the expression that we got rid of, I had the save scummit. I want to get back to exactly where we were. I failed it 3 times in a row at like 58%, so that was mildly annoying, but all is well. I think this is probably a slightly short video, and I apologise for that, but I have things to do with my life which is deeply, deeply upsetting. Well, we can change out of our normal, we'll change back into our normal clothes as well. We're going to wear this, aren't we? And we're going to wear that. We're gonna wear. Yeah, that's probably fine. I think we're looking good. We're looking sexy. Right. So we're gonna end it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you lovely folks very soon. Cheers, much love as always. Bye bye.